Kia Piava, my precious friends. So, did we break out today? Don't look at my satisfied face. Don't pay attention.
I'm just really happy that right now I'm here.
It's 25 degrees below zero, but when I was leaving the settlement here, I don't know, maybe there's more I want to say. I rode the snowmobile but got stuck as the track kept slipping and it couldn't handle the conditions. I decided to go on skis only when I was turning around. Today we're heading to the cabin. I was looking at maps. I have this map of Karelia and they're like, how does it go? More precisely, it's like a book. It goes like this. I was looking, and in certain places, well, it loops like a figure 8. 2 islands in the swamp. It's about 7 kilometers to get to them, but we've probably already covered 2 of those 7 kilometers. And on these islands, it's written, well, drawn that there's a hut. Well, it's kind of indicated. I started looking at the satellite images. Well, it seems like it's there, but it also seems like it's not. Anyway, we'll check it out and see. We saw some new fresh Kapakaili tracks and nothing else, so we're moving on. I took my smoothbore carbine with me. Here it is. All of it. Just like this, and you can't even see it really. And it's not because of the frost. I'm saying I took with me the Mouse Terror Club, the Mouse Terror Clubber. So basically, I took a utility belt with me, just like this, hanging down. Don't say that this isn't hunting, that is not the hunter's way, or that it's untraditional, or anything like that. But friends, this is training. You always need to train, stay in shape, and know how to use your... what do you call it? Your gear. I took a backpack with cameras and batteries, but no food. We were going there and coming back without much time. Because it's like this, the forest is so interesting. It's cold, I'm here alone talking. Somewhere there's a snowmobile passing by, but that's far away. All right then. Whoo! You hear? Druenya is already saying like, that's enough talking. Let's go check the holes. So, are we not going back? We're not going back. Look, friends, maybe he'll spot a capercaillie. Maybe there was something interesting. Look here. Well, what's up, dog? Oh, you're such a good boy. Well, hang in there, Driunia. Hang in there. Friends, Driunia is tied up in our village yard. You mentioned it's challenging for him to run after the snowmobile or navigate through the snow, as he's doing now. You can see him in the background, poor guy, but he enjoys it. He's very happy that he's with me today. I'm happy that he's with me, and he's happy that he's with me. That's how it is. Let's go. Now we have to go through this forest. It's a kind of swampy island, but it's very big. Here. How much does the rust cost? And a businessman shows up. Well, just looking at it now, we're going through the forest and coming out onto the swamp. We'll go a little bit this way along the so-called safe route. You see? The sun rises on a frosty day. The trees are cracking. Sometimes it happens in the frost, friends. The sun is rising. It's a frosty day today. There it is. We're walking around. Look, a plane is flying. How beautiful. Well, there's nothing beautiful about it. But now it will be easier to walk on the swamp, at least for the dog.
Now friends, let's go outside and I'll show you.
Well, if that's the case, well, it doesn't really look like they built huts in places like this. Look, here in front of you is one island, a land bridge, and a second one, but this doesn't look like it. Either I'm confused, we'll get there soon, or the grass doesn't look like it should. Like, according to the map, there's a hut on this island, but again, no one told me about this hut. It's just something I noticed myself. Maybe his information isn't accurate, isn't true, isn't correct. These are some kind of false islands, and behind them there are two islands. Let's take a look now, will you? Yes, it's coming, mice. Mouse dog, mice, a thunderstorm. We're entering the swamp islands, we're looking around. Maybe from a hut, a woman. Maybe the hut was dismantled or something else. We'll live and see when. When you go for the first time looking for a hut, it's such an interesting, exciting event, you know? But you're walking and you don't know what will be there, if there will be a hut or not. Well, there's the island over there, more or less. Anyway, let's go now and take a look. 3 years ago, by the way, I was riding a snowmobile here, just a bit further, and I saw ski tracks. I was really surprised, because skis, well, it was just too far from any settlement. Maybe someone has a cabin here, maybe someone keeps it. I'll check, and once again I want to say that I always treat it with respect. The owners of the cabin with the outbuildings. Yes, maybe I look at it and say this, but understand I always do it with respect. My trips to the cabins are both for romantic reasons and for very interesting insights into architecture, so to speak. How people build, how they settle. Well, so that's how it is. In the future, I'll have to do that too. Eva? Now we'll watch. I could be wrong, and then it would just be a kind of hunting trip. Friends, this is an interesting place here. Maybe right under the hut, right where I'm walking now, it's shown that there's a hut here, but there's nothing here. Well, here, it seems like this is the place. Here's the hut, as if it was here, where they build huts and so on. Places like this. That's what it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing. Everyone is starting to get nervous. Well, maybe something happened here.
Damn, I.
So, friends, well, I looked at the map. Yes, I was examining this exact place. Just take a look yourself. It's so straight. Maybe something was here, but maybe I would have seen it under the snow. What will the trees tell us? We'll find out now. Here's one of the trees. Look. One of the trees, I don't know if you can see it, has been chopped with an axe. Maybe somewhere around here there's a capercaillie or a black grouse, but here you see the tree has been chopped with an axe. Here. I mean, I understand if it had been chopped down, there would be some kind of lake here. Was there anything else, like fishermen? But was there someone here who was engaged in some kind of trade or something? Well, you see, I don't know. Go over there, damn, and just hope to literally find something. Well, what else can you do? Usually trees can tell a lot. You see, we just looked at it. It's chopped, so that means people were here. Well, nothing else is visible, alright? Let's move on. Over there is an island. It's even bigger, maybe.
Perhaps the cartographers erred. What's the point? Alright, we didn't make it, but the place is cool here. The place is awesome, really.
You can tell that someone is here, someone, plus there's also a notch. Actually, maybe someone just came here to hunt on skis like I decided to make a little campfire. And here's the second island. We can't see anything there either, damn. But to find at least the remains of the hut at least. There are also interesting places further on. But I'll get to them very... Right now I have
time.
But I only set aside time for these places, so to speak, and that's fine. Let's see, let's go, let's watch our step. The hut is marked, so I'll have to get here in the summer and take a look. And here... No, actually, this island isn't really that great. Alright, let's see. Friends, there's something standing over there. It looks like... Could it really be a hut? Damn. Or maybe it's a rock, or maybe it's just my imagination. I don't know. I'm even getting goosebumps. I don't know. Maybe it's not even a hut? Friends, that's definitely some kind of structure. Now let's go around and take a look from another angle. Funny, but this structure is mine. Ah. And also this fallen tree. Yes, no, I mean, it's so interesting, friends. This is just awesome. And most importantly, the map matches the map. I'll show the map. I'll insert it for you on the map. Here on this island is the hut, right? I said, could the cartographer have made a mistake? Or maybe when they were reprinting it, let's go to the sunny side. The sunny side. Alright friends, let's go right away. That's how he'll show us. Or maybe it's some kind of turn. It's not simple, you know?
How do I remove that one? I was quite worried already. Damn.
I'll show you myself. What kind of hut is this? Whose well is that? It's kind of small. Or maybe it's not even a hut at all. A hut, friends, that's right, it's some kind of construction. I found this is real, you know, I found it myself. No one told me about it. I just found it by accident. There was a beginning here. I bought it in the swamp, or maybe it's already collapsed. At least it used to be inhabited. Did a tree fall on it or something? I was skiing so fast that even Driuni fell behind. Well, friends, this is honestly one of the best finds I've ever seen. Oh, come on, what is this, damn it? Friends, this is something. Let's go around it. Oh, with the pipe, it's something else. Just... No words. This is legendary carving. Well, like me, where do I get such words from? It's just some kind of little clay pot. Actually, friends, look, what is this? What is this? That doesn't mean I don't know what it means. Look at it, look, if it's marked on the maps, nobody ever comes here. Chopped with a little window. Friends, no matter what they say, these are emotions. No matter what they say, yeah, what's so special about it? It's just an ordinary izba. How is it? How is it? How is it usually? Look, this is some kind of miracle. Come on, really.
I'm so upset, but my...
Why is she here? What? This is something written. Now we will count. Aye, friends, will be me. This is the hut. Yes, Dryan, look how.
Look, what a hut.
Friends, I can't recall if I took the flashlight.
I don't remember.
This is just something.
It's you if you don't understand my joy, my pleasure. Right now it's just something.
The most interesting part is about to begin, my friends.
Let's really savor it.
She's just a dugout crawl. Look at her. I could even go without skis.
Look at this dugout crawl.
Something's written here. 411. A small window entirely fogged up. Druin, take a look. How many are here? Such interesting crowns. Okay, somehow we need to get around it. But how do we get around it? It's almost as tall as me. Yes, but it's old, but interesting.
And the tree fell. Look, it's practically on it. I probably have the same expression right now.
Look over there, back and forth. That's how it is. Friends, I'm sharing my current thoughts with you. You just don't understand how awesome this is. I should have brought a shovel with me. Oh, what a little door. I wouldn't say the hut is exactly ancient. Look, you see the nails are hammered in like this. So it's about 50, 60, maybe 40 years old. Something like that. Look, friends, here it is. Here I am. Here I put it on. What is this? Okay, how is it made? Well, here again are these things, like those, what are they called?
When I saw it, I went to the hut and only found it in the fall after 3 tries.
Let's open it carefully, Drian. Okay, and here it's not installed either. This could be, some kind of spring cabin or something like that for the spring or something like that. So, look at these hinges. I'm telling you something here. This is what professionals do. Well, skilled people. From the Polsuka base, oh my. Friends, I'll tell you right away. Drian likes it too, friends. Don't say that I'm climbing there or anything like that. I'm dragging out this moment. For some reason, it won't open. Maybe there's some kind of secret with it, or something else. Friends, the door is frozen. It looks like it got stuck a bit. Right now I need to pry it open a little. I don't want to, but there's really nothing here, nothing special. Just go like this. Use a little knife in a few spots. There's a plane flying by. Okay, friends, let's open it.
Chest, are you ready?
Unfortunately, I forgot the flashlight. Look, this is beautiful. No, friends, I think that for the length, carefully only... Friends, I think that the hut, it still is. It's supported by someone because it's just too much. It's just too interesting. It's too much. Drayuni, go there. Let's do it without fans. Here's a stove like this. Here's a pipe like this. Look, a wasp nest. And here the kettle is really well made. Here's a stove like this. I think, well, the firewood is here. It's working fine for the night. The bricks are here. Look, I'll say right away. Someone made a mess here. Well, some animal lived here, probably, like a fox or a marten. Who did this? I don't know. The droppings are kind of strange. Now I'll take off my backpack and crawl in here to check. Here are some matches left. A kettle, mittens, a mug. This, as I understand it, is just such a thing. Look, There's a little quilted jacket, an old lady's kind, an axe, galoshes, a shovel, all sorts of nails, a hammer. Look, friends, everything is broken. Most likely, some kind of creature lived here, some animal got in here, or maybe came in, I don't know how. The hut is very small. There's a newspaper, friends, a spoon, some sugar, a little book. Let's take a look. Let me explain. I didn't climb in here to steal anything or anything like that. I'm just looking around. I'm interested, so why not?
I found it, and if it's here, I have the right.
I think, look, here's a book by Lavrentiev. Let's put it like this. And the newspaper, what year is it from? Of course there are mice everywhere. But the newspaper is from 2012. For some reason, it's a bit burnt. 2012. Friends, a sleeping bag, some mattresses, a blanket, it's all really well made. Of course, the bunks are like this for one person. Look, friends, that's how it is. And what's down below? Traps. Traps. You see, I'm not touching anything. I'm just looking. There are traps over there. It's clear. Someone is here. Some kind of trap. Someone is dealing with traps. It's all clear. I'm even wearing a belt. I'm trapped here. This hut is not friendly but cool and awesome. I must take it.
By the way, for armament.
Friends, go. Druin, come here. Come here, come. Dog. Friends, these are the kinds of discoveries you encounter. The hut is interesting, but someone comes here, someone walks around here. I think people come here, but it's not like they're doing any business or anything. I mean, seriously, not for business, but just for some kind of... They come here for romantic trips and so on. Do you know what romantic means? It's when you romanticize hunting, read a book, just lie under a candle, please. In our age, when everything here is digitalized with satellites and so on, you leave home, and then you live in such an interesting place. We should take note of this. It's a very interesting log house. I'm going to take pictures of it now. I'd like to build something like this somewhere too. If it works out, I can't promise anything. It's just my dream, but I don't have enough brains for something like this. To the owner of the log house, if you're watching, rest assured I didn't touch or disturb anything. I simply opened the door for a peek inside. It's a fascinating, impressive log house. You have my respect. So I looked around here and showed it. Maybe you don't have the opportunity to come here. Maybe the person has something else going on. So I showed it. Well, someone was sawing here, probably on a snowmobile. After all, people do come here. Here! Here's what I do. I spend the night in this cabin, but I come here on foot, not by snowmobile. With minimal groceries, you notice the well-made door. It's reassuring to know there are still skilled craftsmen out there. Good job, Tolya. It's got that classic Soviet style. Solid and serious, not like the junk made these days. Yeah, 4 hinges, guys. The only downside is that some creature caused some damage. Other than that, it's excellent. I should have left something, damn, but why didn't I take anything? Idiot, I even wanted to take some candles and all. Let's see what I have now. I'll leave something for the owner. You understand? I said I'd show it on the map, but I won't. If the evil was old... If it was old and unvisited, then I would leave it. I leave it. Paracord is a really cool rope. I always carry it with me like this. I leave a fire starter, a little packet like this, and I leave a chocolate bar. This isn't about showing off or joking around, it's just, well, a person will find it interesting like I did it if someone comes here.
Well, what about you? I won't follow the rules anymore, but I'll still leave it.
I have a bag like this. Actually, I even have two. Maybe someone will get upset that I was here, but I'm explaining. If you're watching, buddy, don't be upset. I'm right here. I'm looking at what else I have here. That's it.
This is not needed.
Yes, that's right, friends. Of course, I'm introducing the person here who lives here. Maybe, Vo. So, I leave the matches here, but over there the matches are left. It's not clear what's going on with them. Where's the bag? So, in the bag, friends, I leave all sorts of things. I think the person won't be too upset that I was here. It depends on the person, though. If the people there are all sorts, the owners aren't very good, maybe, yes, they'll worry about it, but no one will ever find out about this place, and everything will be fine. Okay, Driun?
Are you stirring?
I'll leave the package. The person will open it, maybe watch my video, then take a look.
Well, that's it, Hut. Come on.
This is awesome. I had no idea something like this existed, but it's really impressive. Just a brilliant invention, really.
Okay, alright.
Well, friends, we watched and enjoyed it. Breunia, that's the kind of hut it is. Oh, I actually found it after all.
Damn, these are friends, of course.
This, of course, was such an interesting task. The hut. Thank you, host. Thank you. It was awesome, really.
Let's move on.
From every angle. Baby is just like that, baby.
It's just a baby.
Well, my friends,
We bid farewell to the hut we discovered.
this hut is in a unique spot. It's awesome. Don't like and don't subscribe. I don't need anything. Just watch the video, enjoy it, have a good time. Here's the little hut, the beauty. I'll walk by again for those who haven't seen it or want to see it online. Here, a tree is driven in. Nice. That's the story. I saw it on the map. Came to the place where it was marked that there was a hut, but there was no hut there, so I went to another island and it was there. But as I understand it, the cartographers are not some kind of setup like people say. Everything is real, everything is genuine. That's why my joy is so sincere. That's how it is. There's a tree nearby, a fallen log, the hut, the log. It's actually really cool. Alright, we all moved on. Otherwise, the camera and batteries were just enough for this trip to the hut. Look, I'm showing it again. Damn, yeah. I can't, friends. I just can't leave it, you know. I can't, such a little thing. Alright, let's go while we're heading out, friends.